Hello water signs, and welcome to your mid-month tarot check-in. This is good for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Today we're just going to take a look at your current energies, basically see what's happening this week or 7 days from now from when you click on this video. Make it even last until the end of the month. It's just the middle of the month energy, and again, it's check-in energy. This isn't going to be predictive. We're just looking at what's happening right now. And so to get started, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Five of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands, and the High Priestess in reverse. And the oracle card we got for you guys was a voice, and it says, speaking your word. Alright, so first off, it looks like you guys are like really busy in terms of, you know, projects and self-improvement. Your heads are in the books. Perhaps some of you are going back to school soon. And I kind of feel like people start college classes in the month of December. I could be wrong, but I feel like school can start then. If anything, the semesters usually end in December, you know, before or after, you know, winter break or Christmas break. I think it's just winter break. You know, there's usually like end of semester, end of a school year or whatever happening. And so, for a lot of you, you guys are focused on things like that. If you're a student, or, you know, if it's work related, you know, if we're just wrapping up the year, it could just even be personal. Like you're just you're focused on self-improvement, most importantly, my water signs, which is great. And I think you're off to a really, really good start. Now we do have the Five of Wands in reversed, and so I mean this can speak of like trickery and like contradictions and like you know, I'm hearing like disimprovement, but there's something else I was hearing. I lost it, but like maybe even like disillusions. Like we do have the High Priestess in reverse, but like there's some kind of, there's like a setback happening, more or less. That's really what I'm getting from the Five of Wands. You know, it is like a card of like trickery and like you know, like not seeing very clearly. Like you're just kind of doing things head on, and it's like too much like aggressive, you know, or like violence, but not like physical violence. Like you're just, it's causing more harm than good. I'm not sure what this even surrounds, to be honest, like because you're doing so well over here with this Eight of Pentacles. Like, so I'm not sure what's going on here with the Five of Wands in reverse. You know, this could even speak of like inner conflict and tension, and just like it could be like a forewarning to proceed with caution, which is interesting because it leads into the Knight of Wands, which is about adventuring off into the unknown. You know, it's kind of like taking that daring journey, like you know, buying that ticket and just going for it, or like applying for that job and going for it, you know, or just like doing something that's like really daring, but it's like exciting, right? So I guess proceed with caution here, especially when it comes to everything I said about this Eight of Pentacles. Any kind of thing that you're doing right now that's going to improve you in the long term. I feel like a lot of long-term improvement. And I'm pretty sure for the water signs, you know, if you haven't checked out that video, it got the least amount of views, but like in that video, even if you didn't see it, I basically for this month, the water sign video for this month, I was basically saying like they were like you guys were like on the down low this month, like really under the radar, kind of just like hermit mode, like focusing on yourself and your home and things like that. And so it's kind of interesting that it did get like the least amount of views, because I might have even said in that video, like, they don't really need to look into, like, you know, signs and symbols so much, like they shouldn't even watch so many tarot videos or whatever like that. Like so because like, you know what needs to be done, or it's like not a time for you to like look into the future or anything like that. It's like a time for you to just focus on the now. And so you guys are doing that, you know, you guys really are. I could see that very clearly. So moving forward, especially a week from now, and especially a week after the eclipse, which occurs on Friday, which is November 19th, and it's happening in the sign of Taurus around 27 degrees, opposite the sun in Scorpio at 27 degrees. You know, I would say proceed with caution, especially if you're ready to step out of this hermit mode, which I believe will get activated by this full moon. You know, and it's a very positive full moon. If you check out my other videos, I speak on that, like how I haven't even seen the aspects. I still haven't seen the aspects. This is my last video. I have no idea what aspects the moon is making, but I just feel like it's going to be a good moon in terms of like, it's like we're stepping into like a new like skin, or like we're like upgrading our character or something like that. I didn't say that in other videos, but that's what I'm saying now. It's kind of like the energy I'm getting from it. And so basically it is time to do this Knight of Wands energy, to jump off, to take off, to go for it, do your thing. But you need to move slow, especially if you've really been in a hermit mode, like you're kind of like behind the scenes. Like, don't just come out of the closet. Like, I'm sorry, like don't just come out like, you know, guns blazing. Just go slow, but go for it for sure, without a doubt. Don't, you know, like don't not go for it, you know, like go for it. With the High Priestess in reverse, I feel like this is just a sign that, you know, usually this speaks of like poor judgment and like not trusting your intuition, like not believing your own shit, you know, or like just like there's like a lack of confidence, or just like a lack of clear sight, you know. And sometimes if I get this in reverse in a reading, I kind of feel like it's a sign to trust your intuition more or less, you know, than anything else. Like it's like a reminder. That's how I see like the first couple cards in the major arcana, you know, whenever they're in verse. So like the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, and then like I believe like the Emperor, and then the Hierophant, like those in reverse, I kind of see them as like because they're very distinguished people on there, right, depicted on the cards, and like the energy they carry, like they hold a lot of high power. They sit at the top of the tree of life, so like they hold all the power, right? And so I always see them as like, when they're in reverse, it's kind of like a reminder of that power that you have within you, and even around you, you know, because it could be outside sources, you know. This could represent somebody in your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be your energy, you know. So I would say act on intuition, but like learn to distinguish intuition from fear, or even just voices, or just thought, you know, because I know it's hard sometimes, you know. They say that like, you know, intuition, like it won't give you bad feelings, but like based on experience, I've had intuition that's given me bad feelings, and it's like a forewarning of something bad happening, right? And so, you know, it's kind of hard to follow that kind of thinking that, you know, your intuition wouldn't create fear and anxiety. If anything, the idea or the insight you got from your intuition can cause you to feel anxiety. So there's that. So like the actual intuition isn't fearful or anxious or anything, but your reaction to it is, right? So if anything, that makes way more sense than completely denying that intuition can't cause any fear, because it's up to the individual, you know. And so, and then perhaps with that said, because I even brought that up, perhaps you're just, there's a lot of fear surrounding it. Maybe you are too afraid to tap into that, or you're too afraid to listen to it, or maybe you did receive a message that maybe you're not ready to hear, which isn't entirely true. Like, I feel the messages you do receive, you're meant to hear it because they're meant for you. I feel like oftentimes people, especially like other psychics and tarot readers, more or less people who identify as like a psychic who like likes to like predict things and tell the predictions to people, like you're not always meant to share your intuition, you know, like, because it's not meant for everybody to hear, right? And that's one reason why I like videos like this, because you're only going to click on it if you feel called to, and you're going to click off if it isn't hidden, right? And so compared to like something you see on the internet where it's like a post or something, you kind of absorb it immediately, right? You're exposed to it. And so like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but like, so maybe you do need to be careful with the messages you receive, because I brought that up. You know, we do have voice out, so if anything, you need to trust your own voice, especially like you guys, water signs, because you guys are so heavily invested in yourself right now and your own like overall well-being. You guys are really perfecting yourself right now. Like, I feel like you guys are going through a major upgrade. This Scorpio season, Scorpio is blessing you guys with an upgrade. It may have been a little difficult. Like, I feel for some of you, like, it's been a really lonely path, maybe even dark, but like you're at the end of it. You need to make a transition here and start like pushing forward in a more physical way, you know, to where this is like stationary, but like you're putting in work, but it's still somewhat stationary, right? The Knight of Wands, it's like, let's freaking go, like let's just go off on this adventure, let's have fun, but proceed with caution and listen to your own guidance. Maybe you still need to refrain from like receiving too much divination from somebody, or even from yourself. Like, you should still heavily rely on your own intuition right now. So I really wouldn't be surprised if this video doesn't get a lot of views, and if it does, perfect, that's great. I hope you hear out this message, and you know, I hope it is like a reminder, like, oh yeah, like I don't need to like watch these videos or buy a reading or whatever, look at my chart, look at the transits, because like you're so focused on the present moment. And that's really the message here, is to just stay focused on this present moment. And when you're ready to break out, which should be really soon, it can even be like right now, just move slow, go slow, don't rush it. There's no need to rush. And with the voice as the oracle card, which I'll read the description for it now, you know, this speaks of speaking your voice and making yourself heard. And so we'll get more into that. Let me read it first and then we'll get more into that. So for this card, voice, it says speaking your word, and the card number is 25. It says, use your voice. Speak up, sing your song out to the universe. It's often not what you say, but how you say it. Speak plainly and tell your story. So, because this is like a cautionary card, yeah, you probably don't need to say too much, because I still feel this hermit mode energy around you guys, this kind of like hidden aspect to yourself. Like you don't need to explain yourself, I feel, you know. And you know, my water signs, like, you guys are usually typically drawn to like music, so perhaps you just need to, you know, if you haven't been, listen to more music and sing more. I feel you know, this is like your throat chakra, right? So, you know, it's so interesting because like this is such like a loud oracle, like it's like let it be known, but like I still feel like you guys are like in your shells, like under the cover, like hermit mode, like hibernation almost. So not sure what to say about this, to be honest. I mean, you could just take the message that the card holds originally. I really feel that you just need to connect more to sound in general, maybe even sound healing. And right now, if you could hear it, I have like a frequency going. It's like, it's meditation music, and it's at the God, I can't even think of the number, like 174 hertz, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's like the frequency to heal pain. So perhaps maybe you need to check into like the different frequencies and their meanings and tap into the right one for you, whatever you're needing at this moment. I do have a post on my Instagram. If you look for it, my Instagram's on the screen. The cover post says music in the brain, and within one of the slides, there's a post about frequencies and what they can, do for you. And so, yeah, like I said, like the one I have going right now is for physical and emotional pain. So tap into some vibrational frequencies. And yeah, perhaps that will help you tap more into your intuition, because like music and sound is everything. It's creation itself, like maybe you need to do mantras. Oh, so that seems like to be the best thing that I can get from this, is to speak mantras. You can do like Hindu mantras or Tibetan mantras, or even make up your own. You could, is known as, it's connected to your third eye when you go and the correct frequency, of course, but even just chanting that a couple times really slow is like really beneficial, because that sound in the Hindu belief is to be so like in Christianity it's said that there is nothing and then there is light. In Hinduism there is nothing and then there is the sound and it created all life. And I also associate all of that to like the Big Bang. There was nothing and then there's just explosion, and an explosion is sound, right? We are made of sound. Ultimately, we're sound that's been slowed down and like stuck to this planet and manifests as matter. So yeah, I got really deep there. I didn't mean to, but take it for what it is. Oh my gosh, these last two readings are really interesting. That Capricorn reading I did like really threw me off, man. But I'm just going with it. I'm just delivering what I hear and feel, and whatever just coming to my mind. So yeah, my water signs. That's the current energies. We're just gonna stop here because I don't want to go too deep. We're just checking in real quick. I'm not trying to do anything predictive. I would say, stay focused on yourself. You're doing the right thing overall. Like out of all the signs, like you guys seem the most, like sure, or like the most rooted in what it is you're doing. And then I would say like fire signs, but like, I don't know, the fire signs are on one this month. So for you guys though, like things are gonna work out. Just be slow, go steady, go with the flow, and connect with sound, connect with your own voice. All right, tap into yourself and also pay attention to your dreams. There could be a message there for you, and maybe even prayer. Some of you need to do some prayer. Yeah, that's really interesting. All right, love you guys. Bye.